As for my ideas and visions for the future, they are all in your hands, or, unfortunately, now on the floor, on paper. I can only encourage you as much as possible to take what Ariel and I have given you to heart and to push these ideas in the future. Furthermore, I will not evaluate any of my board members, guys or girls. That's something a bit different. Simply put, guys, we have not lived up to what we could have been, but we did, unlike other boards, come together at least when we needed to. No Olive would argue otherwise that at each convention and every meeting we were a team, and for that I could not be prouder. However, to all of next year's leadership, don't you dare make promises of hard work and dedication if you won't follow through. A burnt-out and lazy council board is not productive, and in the future, you must hold your leaders to higher standards. I urge you, if board members are not acting as they should be and committing themselves, remove them from their positions for the benefit of this council. I will be much more harsh on myself. I have not been the Godot I believed I could be, and for that I do owe you an apology. I am not going to be unfairly critical, but I simply do not think that I have done all of the things that I could. And as a council, my brother Alex, we, I believe, have made great strides. The years before now were some of weak leadership, and the effect has been seen this year. However, our strong freshman class will ultimately be the proponent of our future growth, and I truly do believe that we are at a point now in which we can develop and grow exponentially. I beg you tonight, please remember our roots. Teach yourselves in the future generations the ways of AZA. Teach them the Blue Book and our traditions. We have lost sight of education in our council, and our Isles will continue to falter if the foundation is not provided for them. The following was spoken by the great American author Mark Twain. If statistics are right, the Jews constitute but 1% of the human race. It suggests a nebulous dim puff of stardust lost in the blaze of the Milky Way. Probably the Jew ought hardly to be heard of, but he is heard of, and has always been heard of. He is as prominent on the planet as any other people, and his commercial importance is extravagantly out of proportion to the smallness of his bulk. He has made a marvelous fight in this world, in all the ages, and has done it with his hands tied behind him. He could be vain of himself, and be excused for it. The Egyptian, the Babylonian, and the Persian rose, filled the planet with sound and splendor, then faded to dream stuff and passed away. The Greek and the Roman followed and made a vast noise, and they are gone. Other people have sprung up and held their torch high for a time, but it burned out, and they sit in the twilight now or have vanished. The Jews saw them all, beat them all, and is now what he always was, exhibiting no decadence, no infirmities of age, no weakening of his parts, no slowing of his energies, no dulling of his alert and aggressive mind. All things are mortal but the Jew. All other forces pass, but he remains. What is the secret of his immortality? So here we are, the year 2006, and no Egyptians, no Babylonians, no Persians, no Greeks or Romans fill this world. For even longer now, our star has burned bright. Our energies have not turned dull, and our minds are still aggressive. As Twain said, all things are mortal but the Jew. All other forces pass, but he remains. So now, one more time I ask you, why in a time of no oppression, in a time of freedom for the Jewish people, do we not take advantage of what opportunity we have to thrive? Last night, each of you heard me talk about how this organization was the foundation of the Jewish people. You have heard me say it before, my mid-state, my international life, last night. The B'nai B'rith Youth Organization is by all means the foundation of the Jewish people. Our impact on Jewish youth is unmatched by any other organization in the world. Olives of Atlantic Council AZA, how much longer will you allow yourselves to be disappointed? What will it take for you to finally realize that laziness is, as I said in November, by no means productive? For 4 years I have watched a few dedicated Olives come into play, do their best to give their all, and watch further as all of the Olives around them fail to match up. How much longer will you be satisfied with the bare minimum? Everything is about image. If the chapter looks strong, even though no one comes to anything, and if you look like a good board member, even though you don't do a damn thing, everything is fine. Or so you think. Gentlemen, if our false pretenses continue, they will only further hurt our counsel. This organization is not about individual success. It's not about your own pride or your own image. I stand before you in this position that I have because I believe in this organization. My passion for the Allostatic Aleph in BBYO can be seen in everything I do, just as it can be seen in the actions of all those Alephs that have that passion. Passion means never accepting mediocrity. Belief means knowing that you can strive for greatness and that perfection is always just one step away. Belief means you will stop being ashamed of being an Aleph. It means you will be proud of AZA everywhere, not just at conventions, not just at programs. At school, when you're asked about it, it means you won't sell us out. You won't go around shying away from this organization simply because some pressure tells you it's not cool. It means you don't become like so many seniors who say it's not cool. It's not about being cool, it's just about having a good time and being part of something that will make a difference. It means you will wear your pin proudly and embody the 7 cardinal principles in everything that you do. Belief will force you to finally reach out to the thousands of Jewish teams that surround us in Metro Atlanta. Passion will drive you to never give up on a program, to fight to bring something new to the table, and give every Aleph an interest to join with brother Alephs. Dedication will strike within you the desire to bring never-before-felt fraternity and love to your chapter, a sense of community and belonging to AZA and the Jewish community that has previously evaded us.